Odd Conduit Media.
What's it gonna be?
You are now listening to the
Hyrule Podcasters! Rumble, rumble.
Hey, all you hook-shotting boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of
Hyrule Podcasters!
podcast of the Windfish.
I'm your co-host, Ben.
And I'm your co-host, Pat.
On this Let's Play, we venture through each game in Nintendo's Zelda franchise.
You got that right. We're not experts or purists. We're just playing each game start to finish.
In this season, these practiced gamers are playing The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, DX.
DXXXX. Grab the surge. Dad's on a work trip and Mom doesn't care if we stay up late.
I'm was more of a Mountain Dew Code Red kind of guy.
Code Red, love the Code Red. You know, I
You remember that
drank
abomination?
Code Red. I would walk to school. I'd buy 2 Code Reds.
All right.
And I used to look under the bottle caps. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
So they would run promos, everybody at home, and you would look, you'd open the bottle and flip the bottle cap over. It said, you get a free Mountain Dew Code Red. And so I would go down to 101 Bottles, down the block from where we grew up. It's a beverage store.
Shout out to 101 Bottles.
And I would look under the caps. You could see it if you tilted it right and use the reflection.
Pat was very good at this.
Right? And the guy who owned the place would tell me, hey, just don't spend the caps at my spot. So then I'd go down the block to the Special K or whatever it used to be and get free
Dairy Marts.
Right, Dairy Mart.
Yep.
Or I would, on my way to school, I would grab 2 Code Reds and I'd have a pocket full of fire sauce. And I'd eat that for lunch, and then I'd save the rest of the money I saved up for musical equipment that way. I also got an ulcer that way.
But somehow I bought you an amp. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, so I bought 2 bass amps in my time.
Okay.
One of them was a Bassman 5000 or something like that.
You
And
mean
the
a
other was this
Bassman?
really sorry, my apologies. Bassman 5000. And the other one was this really cool vintage bass amp.
Mm.
And I sold one of them.
Mm.
And the vintage one, I think, it was so cool. Can't believe I sold it. Whatever, they're big. I don't play bass. I record some bass when I produce music, but it's not like I'm playing live or practicing with a band.
Of course.
And then so I had the original bass amp left, the first one that I bought, and I was in college and I was so broke. And so I was like, hey mom, our mom sells stuff on eBay. She's a reseller. And I was like, can you sell my bass amp for me? Please, I need. And she's like, don't do it. I was like, I got to do it. And I come home. She's like, okay, somebody bought it. I come home and it's still in the basement. I'm like, what's going on? And mom's like, oh, Ben bought the bass amp from you and gifted it back to you. Bro, what an act of kindness. And so I took the bass amp back to college with me. And for years, I performed with it. We'd use it as a PA speaker. We'd use it as a bass amp. We'd put the vocals out of it, And for years, I used it. And I lent it to some people for live gigs. And then I left it at my friend's, right? Because he had a house I didn't. And it meets a tragic end. I was, kind of couch surfing in between places. And my friend, I was like, hey, if you move, I saw him, weekly. I was like, if you move, because he's on a month to month, I was like, just let me know. I'll come get the bass amp. I go to Queens for a few days. I hear that they moved. And I'm like, hey, what happened to my bass amp? And he's like, oh, I plugged in my bass too and it didn't work, so I just threw it out. So that bass amp just got thrown in a dumpster. Yep.
Is the person who did that in one of our group threads right now?
No, that guy actually. The last time that I saw him, I was playing a show in the South, and he was like, you should play this bar near where I live. And I was like, okay. And I went down, and it was a disaster of a show. It was only 4 days before we canceled because of COVID. Nobody was at the bar
Okay.
except for a bunch of people that didn't want rap music to be played. And my buddy Far Out played his gun violence / gun control song to this audience of like 10 people sitting at a bar who definitely all owned guns. It was quite the experience, man. Touring through the South. Whoo! I'm going to Florida. I'm playing with Basil and the Supernaturals in Florida soon. And I'm looking forward to the weather, not looking forward to how hard it is. I mean, we bring this, message of Basil's Syrian American. We talk about Syrian refugees everywhere we go.
Right.
It's going to be interesting.
Gonna be very interesting.
Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, not the hospitality state anymore.
Whoo! But I mean, if anybody needs to hear the message, it's probably people that live there.
Probably.
So how you doing?
What am I doing? I am.
You just had a trip, right? You just went overseas?
I'm getting ready to go overseas. When people
You're getting
hear
ready
this,
to go overseas.
when people hear this, I will more than likely be overseas. Yeah. So,
Cool.
one of my closest friends, Danny, lives over there with his wife Elaine, and I haven't been over to see them in quite a while. I managed to see Danny and Elaine kind of here and there, but I haven't seen their kids in so long, and I'm just very excited to see the kiddos. And I mean, the last time I saw their daughter was when she was like 6 months old, and was just like, I was there the day that she ate her first solid food of smashed sweet potatoes, which is barely solid food, but it is considered solid food.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, so
considered
looking forward to
solid
that.
food.
Yeah. Yeah. But besides
Nice.
that, just vibing, having a good time. We just wrapped up recording on Sunday of The Sandman
Unlocked.
so that was 27 episodes, did the first season of the TV show and did the first 16 issues of the comic, and just had a lot of fun working with Ashley and Sean on that. I think we're all three of us, and probably Patrick too, are looking forward to a bit of a break on that one, but excited that Netflix re-upped them for season 2. And I think we're probably going to keep the comic read along going along, where they're both really enjoying it. So yeah, just things are going well. Definitely a lot to get hyped for.
Yeah, a lot to get hyped for. I think that we're probably going to take a little break from the Sandman Unlocked, but then come back in with the issue read-alongs before the next season comes out.
That's the plan.
I'm reading along with you. I'm going to need to... Oh, I guess I did find that, I have my copy of, book 1 that I got via the Netflix publication. But I did find out that you can read the Sandman comic book on archive.org. You can download
nice
the comic, which is cool. So I'm going to continue reading the comic. It's a really good one.
It's a very good comic. Very good comic. Well,
do you see what they just added to the Game Boy, to Nintendo Switch Online's Game Boy Advance?
What they add?
Metroid Fusion.
Wow. If I hadn't just bought Metroid Prime Remastered, dude, I've already played like 6 hours of it. You're going to get it so fast.
Yeah.
I was like, Patrick, it's going to take 2 months for me to mail this to you. I'm going to be done in a week.
Incredible. I love Metroid Fusion. I will say, if anybody out there hasn't played it yet, it's kind of a straight line at first, especially compared to the other Metroid games. And there's a good amount of dialogue boxes to get through, but it's just fantastic. And the scariness of Metroid Dread, really you see being birthed in Metroid Fusion.
Absolutely. Well, I think people are here to listen to us play a little video games. What do you say we get over to it?
Oh, right. That's right. I forgot we were here to do this. Let's kick it off. I still got the sticks.
You still got the sticks. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so Patrick is back in the water, and we were told there's a secret in a shrine. I think this is the part of the game where it probably gets the most obtuse in terms of what you actually have to go do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, you're definitely able to get... you can always talk to Hyrule and kind of see what's going on there. But for the most part, what we need to do is there's a shrine somewhere in the game that we need to go and discover. But Pat's going to do some kind of cleanup. We're just 3 seashells away from having 15, which is the number we need to get to. So Patrick's going to go ahead and look for some more seashells, but also just there's a lot of stuff we can do now that we have both the flippers and the hook shot. So the first thing he's going to do is just south of where we were, there was a staircase inside of some bushes, and Patrick is going to head there now. And once he's inside there, he's going to find for the second time, although for Goopy 2, this is the first time.
Oh, really?
He's going to find the goblin imp thing that is going to increase the amount of what we are carrying. And so Patrick has selected magic powder and will now be able to cover more of those.
Not true. I'm not going to.
So he then said
I'm going to
no
do bombs.
and did bombs.
So, yeah, again, the little goblin goopy guy, you deserve it. He makes you act like, look at all that junk you have to carry. He acts like he's punishing you.
But he's not.
But he's not. He's helping you.
We like it.
Whoa, look. The screen is, like, stuck in the super bright version.
Huh.
I've never seen that
like,
before.
I wonder if you, like, touched something and just, like, or, like, you were just slightly off position or something like that.
Yeah, that was dope. And it's still like that.
Huh.
Oh, I love it. I just want to stay here forever. It's super,
right.
like, bright in here.
All right. It reset to where we want it to be. So again, that was one difference I forgot to mention last episode because I'd forgotten. Goopy on Earth 1 had already upgraded his bombs.
Hyrule 1.
Yeah, in Hyrule 1. Goopy here in Hyrule 2 had not.
Is Hyrule on Earth? I don't think Hyrule's on Earth.
I don't think so. I don't want to get into all that. It seems like
I don't want to get into that's just a headache.
All right, so now that Patrick, again, we're just trying to get a whole bunch of cleanup done here. And so the next thing he's going to do is he's going to wander aimlessly in a circle. And he points out that he wants to get to the mermaid. So,
There's a mermaid statue that I can never quite remember how to get to.
So Patrick needs to get the stairs over near the animal village, and then that will loop him around to the mermaid.
Oh, yeah? Is that how it works?
Well, I just said I think at the end, so.
I know, I want you to repeat it with confidence.
Ah.
Yeah, there's no way up here.
So Pat decided to go past the stairs. All right, so now we're on what we're going to call the animal side of the islands.
Remember eating animal-style burgers, bruh? So Ben is a really good example of a vegetarian that does miss certain foods and isn't just doing it because he doesn't like meat. He's doing it because it's the right thing to do.
For me.
I like that too.
For all you. So
For all of
you can now cross
what?
this gap.
Wait, what?
Because you have the hook shot, and now you're staring at this mermaid statue.
It's a pretty good statue. You put the missing scale in the mermaid statue. Oh, and I put the missing scale in the mermaid statue.
So Pat walks into this room, which is empty.
Empty. Oh,
but he got hit by something.
Oh.
He got hit by something else. Oh, that took
oh my
almost
god.
all your
Oh
life.
my god, I'm gonna die. Okay.
So
Next
up on
room.
a pedestal was the magnifying lens. This will reveal many things you couldn't see before.
Oh boy. That almost took me out.
All right, so it's not something you equip, which is interesting. It just is. So we now have a new superpower, and it's the lens. And so what's interesting about this is that, and I don't know if you feel this way, Patrick, but like, why couldn't they make the power glove like this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely an oversight.
all right, so that's I think that's the end of the trading quest.
That's the end
right?
of the trading quest, yeah.
So you needed to do that for the trading quest, and that's the end of it. And so I believe that is a required item for the game to beat the game. Do you need that to beat the game?
I don't know.
Do you need it to read one of the books to know the?
Oh yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So Patrick's still trying to get to 980. He's at 921, so he's feeling actually pretty good here.
Pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, Patrick decided to slap that dude with his sword and got electrocuted.
Slap that dude with a sword. Imagine being slapped with a sword. How disgraceful it would be to just be slapped. You're not stabbed.
You just get the broadside right into your face.
Yeah, that would just be embarrassing.
All right, so
Here we go.
Patrick's now back in kind of the, initial introductory area. Patrick, where are you headed?
I'm gonna go fishing, bro. I said it the last end of the last episode.
That's true. Depending on when you listen to this,
fish.
either 2 weeks or 2 years, because, listen to it at your own pace. We mentioned that I had saved fishing for Patrick. He had tried to claim that I had said I loved fishing.
You did say that.
I told him to produce a recording of us. We literally have a podcast, and he was unable to produce it.
I produced it. You just didn't listen. It's the first episode of the entire podcast. Ben says, we're going to get to do some fun stuff, including some fishing in later Zelda games. And then I'm like, you like fishing? And he's like, sure. And then he tried to take it back even back then. But he said it. He said he liked fishing.
I mean, I get that you capital P produced it originally, but I need you to lowercase p produce it right now. Show it to me.
Okay.
Play it on a recording for me.
Here we go. I'm playing it on a recording. So, I'm pulling up. You can find us on Spotify, which is where I would listen to us if I didn't listen to us.
Always playing video games around us, and Mom really kind of introduced video games to tell which was first, but those games were frequently definitely golden age to me for sure. I didn't, yeah.
This is the content people want.
All right, because Patrick took it this far, I will re-listen to that episode and see if you're wrong or I'm right.
My very first entree into doing more than just playing video games.
Listen to us, we're just babies. Okay. Oh, no, listen. This is when I ask if you consider yourself an advanced video game player.
Yeah, I would say so. I think,
You said yes.
Definitely.
It really depends on the genre and whatnot. When it comes to the big Nintendo games, right? DC, I'm playing.
Okay. We're gonna drop this.
We're dropping this bit.
We're dropping
this bit has been dropped.
This bit has been dropped.
How about some fishing, little buddy?
Okay.
I'll only charge you 10 rupees. Okay, here's how to do it. Use left and right on the D-cast to aim. Once you hook a fish, press the button rapidly to reel him in. All right, so we're in a 2D. Pat just throws it out right away and gets a little baby lunker.
And you gotta kind of get them all.
It's a run. I'll only give you 5 rupees prize for that. You should try again. All right, so Patrick is now -5. Actually, he's -15 on this because he's paid 20. He's only gotten 5. So he puts the little guy. Okay, little guy's going to come get him again. Pat brings him in. All right, it's a run. I'll only give you 5 rupees prize for that. You should try again. Okay. Here's how to do it. They do tell you each time how to do it, which is a little annoying.
That's really annoying.
All right, so Pat's going to throw it. All right, he's trying to get the big boy.
I'm going to get them all.
So Pat's going to get them all.
Which is going to end up losing me money in the end, isn't it?
I do think it'll lose you money.
I don't know what the rules are.
It's a run. I'll only give you 5 rupees prize for that. You should try again.
Oh, bro, you really going to tell me how to do this every time?
All right, so there were a total of 5 fish originally, and now there are 2 fish. So there were 3 little guys, and there was 2 large guys. So Pat's trying to get the big guy. So
it's all about mashing.
You got him really quick.
And what I do is I put it on my leg.
Nice fish. It's a lunker. I'll give you a 20 prize rupee. Try again. Cast.
That's it. I just made my money back.
You didn't make your money back.
I didn't even make my money back.
No, you didn't.
This is horrible.
You've made 35 rupes and you've paid 40 rupes.
This is a terrible game.
All right, so there's one little guy. Well, actually, there's one lunker left. And so Patrick's going to try and get him here. He's shuffling the fly closer and closer.
So much easier with a Pro controller than on the Game Boy, because on the Game Boy, I just put the controller on my thigh when I have to tap really fast, and it's just so much easier.
Oh, it's a big one, and it has a piece of heart too. You get a 20 rupee prize on top of that. Try again? No, there are no fish left. Wow, what a scammer. You have to have more passion. Live a little.
This guy sucks.
All right. So
now that I wasted my time and money, I guess I got a piece of heart.
Yeah. Press start and press select for me. Okay, so we have 3/4 hearts. So 1 more heart container, and we will fill up one.
You go on the Dream Shrine and get that treasure chest?
Is Goopy 2.0? Yes. That's why you have the...
Hey, maybe you can fact check this real quick.
Yeah, what's
So
up?
pull out the young iPad or
Okay.
however you care to fact check.
I'm
Now,
fact checking.
I heard a rumor that this game was actually designed as a Game Boy version. It started as a Game Boy version of A Link to the Past. And I'm not 100% about that. So we're going to have producer Ben look that up while I guess, try to find some more money. I mean, I just really want this bow and arrow so bad.
We'll just go play the next level.
You
Or
hear
go
the
do
pain?
any of the things we have to do.
You hear the pain in my heart? What do we have to do right now? The shrine. Something about a shrine.
I think there's a photo opportunity here, right? Like if you like look in the window or something? Maybe?
Oh, yeah, look, the mouse comes up. Hi, it's me, the photographer. You seem curious about Grandpa Elvira. I'll call this Goopy Discovers Elvira's Secret. And I look in, and it's just Elvira sitting there talking on the phone. Ah, right, because we only ever, like, hear from him when we go to the phone booth, and we don't ever hear from him in real life. All right, I'm just going to take a look at the map and see where we haven't been. We haven't been directly north of here. There's a bunch of the tall heights that we haven't been to. So I'm going to head north.
Cool. So yeah, so Patrick, I think this is what he was getting at. So this is coming from Wikipedia. So it began as an unsanctioned side project. Programmer Kazuaki Morita created a Zelda-like game with one of the first Game Boy development kits, and he used it to experiment with the platform's capabilities.
Okay.
He then kind of gathered up a whole bunch of people from the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past and worked on it because he intended it to be a port of A Link to the Past, but it evolved into an original game.
Very
The majority of the team that had created A Link to the Past was reassembled to advance this new project. Altogether, it took them 1.5 years to develop Link's Awakening.
Oh, that's it. You know, I love that because,
Yeah.
you know, you have a dream about a place or a thing, and it's not quite that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is very, very similar to A Link to the Past. The map almost looks the same. A lot of the enemies and the characters are the same. Oh.
Patrick now has 99 rupes.
All right, here we go. We're going back and we're buying the bow.
But
And so like the fact that this, you know, has so many like vestiges of what it once was is kind of cool to me.
I love it.
Love it. Facts.
Oh, hey, you get that piece of heart.
I get that piece of heart.
Can Pat figure out the puzzle? No.
Well, I'm
you're
just
doing it that
leaving the
way.
room
Oh, okay.
and coming back in.
So this piece of heart was behind 2 skulls that you had to have the power bracelet to pick up. You've got a piece of heart. So we now have 7, 8, 9. We got 9 hearts. We got 99 rupes. But a bow ain't one.
But a bow ain't one. Hit me.
You don't need any more rupes, Pat.
All right. Don't collect the rupees.
You can collect them, but don't go out of your way to kill something because you don't need it.
Right. Should I put on the dashy shoes? You know, I'm curious. When we watched the speed run a year ago, do you remember the guy dashing through the whole thing?
Well, no, because I feel like they're just doing all these crazy glitches and screen wraps and all that kind of stuff, so it's not something that they're utilizing as much.
Did I tell the story about the glitch that I discovered in this game
I think so.
on the podcast already?
You did.
Well, too bad. Here I go again. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell the story again. So we're walking into the shop, and we're walking over to the bow that costs 980 rupees.
Bow and arrow set, only 980 rupees. Bye. Thanks a lot. Now, can you stop? Can you pause and save and like? Is that what this is available in this game? Do you remember?
What?
Well, where like you can stop the money from going by like pausing and saving
gotcha.
and like reloading your game.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a filthy cheater. You know, not implying that you are.
You've been named thief every time you've played this game in the past, Patrick. So
I don't steal the bow and arrow every time.
No, that was very coy language you just used. Yes, I know you don't steal the bow and angle, but you definitely take other things.
What do I take? What do you even need to take? I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I don't need nobody. I don't need nothing.
You're just stealing for fun.
I do. I do it for the
so
adrenaline rush.
It looks like Goopy on Hyrule 2 forgot to get the warp point when he used the angler key.
Oh, it's coming back to me? You're the one that started this monstrosity of a multiverse. Marin's singing to the animals.
So we're back in Animal World. We're back Animal Village. We're now out of Animal Village. Patrick's making his way north. Patrick, why don't you tell us where you're going?
So I'm trying to get back to the Tall Heights. Although, we haven't been east of here at all. And if I recall correctly...
There's a cave above him.
Oh!
Hoot, hoot! Hoot, hoot! There are 2 shrines. One to the north, the other to the south. First, head south, where ancient ruins speak of the windfish. You will learn much there. Hoot, hoot!
Oh, sick. I genuinely didn't know where I was supposed to go here, but...
I wonder if that was the case.
I didn't, yeah, no, I fake it sometimes, but...
Alright, so Pat's gonna head south. He's gonna head south. He's gonna head south. Patrick was heading north, for those of you not watching.
I was heading north.
Alright, so there
I
are
was just
some...
going for it.
Some Armoros. We've definitely seen these in prior games.
You know what happens when you touch an Armoros, right?
Yeah, they come to life.
Oh my gosh, it's alive and it's walking around.
They kind of look like more spacesuity in this game, don't they?
Spacesuit, yeah, I'll take
So
that.
Patrick's gonna pick up the Guardian Aircoin. This is actually a great place to do it because these guys, they hit you.
They certainly do. And you have to use the bow to get them, I think.
Oh.
Maybe you could use bombs or the bow.
All right,
But you get it with the bow, and then it gives you a bow.
oh, that's nice.
You touch them, they come alive. Oh yeah, I guess the beep beep, the lights in their face seem to be turning on and off.
So Pat went north here at this puzzle, saw that it was the right way, turned around and said, I'm gonna go south.
I
which
just
is the
like
wrong way.
killing everything.
That doesn't make good content.
Oh, Mr. Criticism over here. Mr. Play the podcast episode where you're right, because I don't believe you over here.
That's pretty fun.
Mr.
I thought you were gonna cut that in later on as producer Pat, but no.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You're like his
I'm gonna
co-host.
put it.
You're like his co-host Pat. I'm just gonna play this on my phone at 3x speed.
I am gonna cut it in right here.
Right here, so not earlier.
No, I was gonna cut it in right here, but then you asked me, so it's gonna go right here. Let's collect some triangles, catch some fairies in some bottles. Oh yeah.
Right? I think that's what most of the game's about, I think.
You know it.
Soon we're going to be doing some fishing and things like that in some later games. That's
yeah.
always a big highlight for me.
Gotta
as
love
well.
the fishing. So you just listened to me prove you wrong. How does it feel?
It's gonna be like some deep fake of my voice. All right, so Pat has the Guardian Aircoin. He's killed all the Armoros. Literally, it's a 1-for-1. So you use an arrow, you get an arrow. So he's now in a mini temple, maybe?
Oh!
So a giant Armoros comes to life. It's blue and flashing, and Pat's gonna shoot it with its bow and arrow, and it does this major stomp on the ground, which causes you to kind of sit there for a moment, all stunned. And so Pat's gonna try and avoid that by jumping, which he does. I noticed I fought the Iron Golem again, and I couldn't avoid him by jumping. Oh, his helmet just came off, and he looks all
looks
scary.
so freaky. He's just eyeballs and yeah, he looks cool once you
Definitely.
get him.
So Pat took no damage,
Oh, look
but
at the key is little Kirby.
has
Doesn't it look like
has a
Kirby?
little smiley face on it. You got the face key.
Facey Wasky, Peasky Wheesky.
Oh. Now there's a darkened room with 2 unlit braziers. Pat's going to light. Now there's a mural at the top.
Can we just enjoy the music for a second? Oh, it's so good. What a good variation on the theme. Okay, so I'm walking up to the thing to read it, and it says,
There's an
to the finder, the Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. Human, monster, sea, sky. A scene on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Awake the dreamer, and Koholint will vanish, much like a bubble on a needle. Castaway, you should know the truth. What? Illusion? That's your response, Goopy?
Come on, Goopy.
Is what? Illusion? It's pretty straightforward. So this is like a cool image that we have here with the owl in the upper left-hand corner. These are like ancient runes or ancient drawing paintings. And the windfish, look, the windfish has sharp teeth.
Oh, it does. It does have sharp teeth.
And then the text that we read is apparently the scribbly dibblies in the top. So we have basically, once again, it's kind of confirming what we've been hearing, that this is an illusion.
Yeah. So.
And it also said human, so that would make me think we are on Earth, that Hyrule is on Earth.
Hoot hoot!
Oh, our buddy's back.
Hoot hoot! I see you have read the relief. While it does say the island is but a dream of the windfish, no one is really sure.
Okay.
Just as you cannot know if a chest holds treasure until you open it, so you cannot tell if this is a dream until you awaken. The one who knows for sure is the windfish. Trust your feelings. Someday, Patrick went too fast, and I didn't get to read it all. Hoot hoot! So we have a Schrodinger's windfish situation going on here.
Schrodinger's windfish. Where is it a dream? You don't know until you get the guardian acorn. And then you know.
You gotta go cancel it, man.
We're doing it. We're not canceling it.
Pat's not canceling it.
Does the music stress you out?
No, I just I don't like it. All right, so the next thing. All right. So we were told that there were two shrines, one north, one south. So Pat did the one to the south, so now he's just kind of cleaning some things up before he goes north. He's gonna grab this secret seashell. If you collect a lot of these, something good is bound to happen. Patrick, how many secret seashells do you have?
I don't know, 14. Is the next one 15 or 20?
I don't know.
I have 13. I think it's 20, but maybe look it up.
Thinks it's 20.
Because I don't want to go back over there if I don't have to. Yeah, I think it goes 5, 10, 20.
Gotcha. So Patrick's going to make his way north through a maze of bushes and rocks.
Yep.
And make his way over to Le Face Shrine.
Which is, it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of an annoying maze because you got to, pick stuff up. And anytime that you have to spend time, switching back and forth between the power bracelet and other items is a kind of obnoxious day. I finally have the bow and arrow, so I can finally kill the flying mushroom things, whose name I don't actually remember.
You're going the right way.
I know, I'm just looking for secret seashells, bro. Right there. Oh. That's very anticlimactic. Right there. Oh.
Yeah. I dug in this spot too, and I was disappointed I didn't find anything.
Oh, you recently dug here.
I did.
Dang.
All right, so
I like Link's face when he comes out. Remember that book, Holes?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Good kid book, right? That's a
Yeah,
kid's
good
book.
movie.
Shia LaBeouf.
All right, so Pat's going to head south. Oh, no. Yep, he's going to head into the wall.
I'm going into the cave.
Pat's going into the cave.
Oh, look, a fairy.
That's fair. Let's heal your wounds and get rid of all that stress. Close your eyes and relax.
A Southern Belle fairy.
All right.
About it.
So Pat now has full hearts, full spirit.
Full spirit.
All right, and
Full.
we come to those two Armoros knights that we saw earlier.
They're just on a little itty bitty baby island.
So Pat's going to wake them up and shoot them with a bow and arrow.
And notice these are dark gray, whereas the ones that I was fighting were tan, I believe.
So Pat's in the underground.
Sniping fish.
He's swimming. He's hook-shotting. He's feeling good about life. He goes up some stairs, and we now see. Oh, you got got.
I gotta go around to the side, plug the face key into the face, lock hole. Everything shakes. The facade of the dungeon rises, and I go up the stairs, and I equip my sword and my hook
And
shot.
Patrick tries to get in, but a little bar comes down and stops him. Beetle set up a toll. We have to go talk to him.
Ah, dude, bro, you don't even have anything to sell us this season.
No, he's trying to take money from us.
Oh,
Let's go see what he needs.
okay.
So Beetle had HelloFresh. HelloFresh sponsor us, please. We'll take the money.
Yeah, we'll take the money. Going into the face
we
shrine.
loved all 4 of those things. Those were all great.
Level 6 face shrine.
Here we go. So again, we're at the part of the game where Patrick's the expert in this game, but Patrick's really expert here.
Oh.
So we got Whiz Robes back.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Danger.
yeah, they're definitely hard. We got
and this is like
mini Moldorms.
This is a dungeon that's easy to get turned around.
We got
in.
some giant elephant statues.
Correct.
We got those like freaky boys that kind of mimic you as they walk. Pat's gonna plant a bomb and then walk into the next room, which is he did that next to a crystal switch because he needed to get through to this next area. But Patrick's just making progress here. I think I asked peek behind the curtain. I asked Patrick, how good is he at this level? Because I'm not very good. And he's like, I know what I'm doing.
I did not say I know what I'm doing. I said I hope I know what I'm doing.
So Patrick got the stone beak, which, to be fair, we don't really need.
yeah, right. It's always a bummer when you get the stone beak.
Yeah. So Patrick's looking at this door and wondering how to open it. And we know that throwing pots at doors seems to open them. So that's
It
what he
worked
did.
before, and it worked again.
All right, so Patrick got the 2 most useless things first, the compass and the stone beak. But
Facts.
yeah, they're facts. We're not judging him. They're just facts.
And so, should I hit that switch? I'm not gonna.
Always hit a switch, right? Isn't
You
that the
do?
rule? You always hit a switch? It was presented to you?
Dr. Dre's hitting switches all the time.
All right,
You know what
so-
that's about, by the way, when rappers say they're hitting switches?
I don't.
I think it's about their hydraulics in their cars.
Oh, that'd be, yeah. So there are 2 things laying on their side below us. There's a room here that has a fairy in it, and it has some whiz robes in it. Sorry, it has an anti-fairy and some whiz robes.
And we can't kill. Oh, yeah, we can kill it.
Yeah. So Patrick killed that guy, but we also know that there is a key in here because we heard the little noise. Fortunately, these whiz robes just stand in one spot. Patrick's trying to blow them up.
My timing is a little off.
Yeah, so there you go. So he's planting the bomb between them and hoping to hit both of them. It only hit one of them. But now he got them all, and he has a key. So he's feeling pretty good. I mean, he's opened up 2 chests. He hasn't gotten hit too much. He's picked up a key, and we're just making our way through this dungeon. So he equipped his shield, and he has it just kind of like out and about. Which is not something you see a whole lot. You don't see Link with his shield out a whole bunch.
You know, I just feel like I need a little extra protection right now.
So we were just in a room where we couldn't really do anything. Like,
Yeah.
we can't kill the bubbles.
Again,
The door was closed. It didn't open when we walked into it.
a
So,
lot of elephant statues just sitting around that will undoubtedly come into play. And I didn't hear a chime in this
Yeah,
room,
neither did I.
so there's nothing for me here.
so Pat's gonna get out his bow and arrow and hit their crystal switch. Like I said, these levels are getting much more complex.
Yeah.
They are non-linear. See how the path kind of goes into the wall right there?
Yeah. This is an indication that I need to place a bomb here, which is a
bomb?
very subtle indication. And I appreciate the subtlety of the indication.
So Pat blew up the wall, but then didn't go in the room.
Correct.
Interesting. He must know something that we don't.
I don't know. I like to play that way. I wanted to clear the north path first.
Very nice, very nice.
And there's an owl statue. Oh, I guess I should read the owl statue for the people at home.
That's true.
All right, here we go. We're going to plug the beak in. Enter the space where the eyes have walls.
There you go. Remember that for later.
It's a gorgeous sunset over our nation's capital today.
He says as he looks east.
You know, Ben, you could just be cool. You could just, not be a jerk.
All right, so this room's all dark, has a whole bunch of slimes in it.
But what's cool about it is that It's like Shiba, right?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Oh, I shouldn't waste my powder. So the blocks are in a way that looks like, and then there's an elephant head that looks like it has arms and it's holding 2 braziers.
That's really cool. Whoa, what is that guy?
That's
There's
a
giant
huge bubble. Huge bubble.
Like massive.
Yeah, we're in the underground Mario
like
land.
hit the gym hard.
Were you serious that people think that it's
Giant bubble.
obnoxious that they did Mario stuff in this game? Okay, I need to hit a switch and come back.
No, remember I said only
Everything.
one of those was...
Oh, right. You said only one of those was true.
Right.
Ben just out here giving fake facts.
Yeah, if you missed last week's episode, I said I had a whole bunch of facts and I just made them all up, except for one.
What was the one that you didn't make up again?
What was the one I didn't make up?
Yeah.
That you can't not get the heart containers.
Can't not get the heart
afterwards.
containers.
Can't not get the heart containers.
Okay, here we go. So there's a lot of stuff where you gotta like lay a bomb and then walk away from the switch and then blow it once you're on the other side, and where you have to like use an arrow to hit a switch in this dungeon.
A lot of backtracking.
And there comes a point where I always get lost. We'll see if I get lost today.
All right.
So I'm back.
If you're a patron, you'll see it.
I'm
Everyone else will just
doubling.
hear it.
Yeah, you get a video feed if you're a patron. Shout out to our patrons. We appreciate
All right,
your
we got a mini
support.
Moldorm in here, and we got 2 Wizrobes. So Patrick's going to get some bombs out again. Lay a bomb. His timing's pretty good. Got both of them in one shot, and the door opens. Okay, so we're now in a room with the chest and some elephants. Aha! You've got more powerful bracelet. Now you can almost lift a whale.
I like that it says the more powerful bracelet.
Yeah, I didn't mess that up in my... That's like what it actually said on the text.
Yeah. And I also like how it says that you could lift a whale.
You could almost lift a whale.
Where the windfish is not a whale. I want everybody to be clear about this. It's the windfish, not the wind whale.
All right, so now that Pat can lift things, Pat's just lifting elephant statues and throwing them at doors.
That's my jam.
Because
It's what I like to do.
it's what
I
he
got
does.
100 rupees. I don't think this one works, though. This one works. And I'm just continuing through,
Wow, you got 50 rupees.
picking up stuff and throwing it around.
All
Okay.
right, so we are back at the beginning, and Pat's going to head to the right.
Am I going to head to the right?
You should head to the right.
You sure?
Yes.
I kind of wanted to go north. So I'm heading to the right, and the floor is moving. And then we enter a space where the tiles fly at you.
And Patrick's trying his darndest to not get hit.
Yeah,
He's got
I'm
hit
not really trying my
3
darndest.
times,
I'd say
4 times.
I'm not putting too much
5
effort into not
times.
getting hit here.
Only 5 hits.
In reality.
So Pat's going to go lift these pots. There's nothing under them. Nothing under them, sadly. All right. Pat's lifting up. And just, so I feel like you have to hit everything with an elephant
Yeah, it's
thing.
becoming that for sure.
All right, we got 4 Wizrobes in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So Pat's, playing it cool, like a cucumber. All right, got 2. And here come the other 2. Boop.
I put some cucumber in my guac the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, although I do think, I'll stand by this. I think that making guacamole without any jalapeno is a mistake. A jalapeno doesn't have to be spicy. You can de-seed it. You can put it in the oven for 2 hours on 100 degrees.
Okay.
And some oil and
100
some
degree
salt.
Fahrenheit.
And 100 degree Fahrenheit. And just kind of cook out a lot of the heat.
Oh, that's smart.
Rinse off the oil. And
Hop on top of the crystals to move forward.
I'm like,
Yeah, so this is like the beak you use in this room. It tells you immediately what to do in here.
yeah, there's no...
It's definitely a little confusing that my guess is like some beta tester was like they just got so stuck in this room.
Right.
So what you have to do, because you just don't do it anywhere else.
Right.
Oh, you found the secret medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever gotten that.
No?
Right there, yeah.
What you have to do is you have to go up on a little ledge and hop onto the blocks that usually are just simply in your way, and this time they are helping you. I don't
But
think
you've
that
just-
I'm going anywhere here. Oh yeah, I am.
You've just never done that before, like in
Right.
in the game so far.
It's the first time you did that, so perhaps they were just trying to lend you a hand.
All right, so
Okay,
Pat
I
went
do wanna
all this
get up
way,
there.
which unfortunately you had to do. to get a small key.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get stuck later on. So we're trying to not get stuck later on. So as Pat backtracks, I have some more facts.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Wizrobes.
Mm-hmm.
First introduced in what game, Patrick?
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda. What was their last appearance?
The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Breath of the Wild. Those things that dance around.
Oh, I thought you meant in the chronology of this.
Oh.
Okay, most recent appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. They dance around, and they have different kinds of scepters.
Yeah, that you can get. And
But
they're
they're
really cool.
different enemies. They're very different than their how they began.
So Pat just went into this room that appears to have nothing, but we know that means blow up all the walls.
Try to bomb something.
The north wall exploded. The west wall didn't explode, and the east wall didn't explode. Aha!
Now,
got a guy.
This little guy, he's so cute. He has like a little antenna. He's blobby. He runs around and he picks up this big bowling ball and he throws it at you.
So I think this guy's name is Smasher,
And you're supposed to throw it up and pick it up and throw it at him.
which is what he's doing right now.
And honestly, I don't like beating him up. He's very cute.
He's a strange-looking fellow that has a large bowling ball in the room.
So now we have the warp back to the beginning.
Yep. So Pat picks up an elephant statue and is now in a side-scrolling part of the adventure. We have some Goombas, we have some bubbles.
I love sticking to the wall here. Watch that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Stick
that's
to
really
the
fun.
ceiling as I make my way across this.
All right.
And I will maybe do a little better of a job not getting hit.
All right. Once. Well,
All
you
right,
gotta
so
do-
we're in another room where there's tiles
Twice.
everywhere.
He's just going for less than 5. All right, this looks good. There aren't even 5 left.
Yeah,
All right.
got it. Nailed it.
So Pat's gonna do a little hoppy boy action.
Because
Go
now
pick up
where the
key.
tiles were, there's holes in the ground,
Yeah.
which is kind of a new thing. It's usually not holes in the ground. It's usually what's up?
I thought I was just listening to you talk.
It's usually, regular ground. So there's one of these spinny things in the middle of this room that likes to bring you into it. I tried to take it out with a slingshot, didn't work.
Can you take it out with a bow and arrow?
I'm gonna try to.
Okay. Nope. So you just need to walk around it so that way you can, because some slimes popped up. And we just got to get all the slimes to pop up so that way we can get the door to open.
I tried to blow it up with a bomb.
So Pat's
and
just
it
really
didn't
trying
work.
way too hard.
I don't want this thing to live anymore. I woke all the slimes up, but I jumped down the pit a couple times up.
Definitely.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we got a Beamos.
Oof.
This
Beamos.
is not the first time that we've seen one of these guys.
Oops.
So Pat puts down a bomb and it explodes.
Good job, Ben. What? Can I not throw the
Yeah, I don't
bomb?
think you can pick up bombs in this game.
Ah.
Yeah, you got to shoot them with the arrow bow,
Okay.
or you can just lay it like that. That works too. Oh, so Pat just got by the Beamos.
Beamos got me. I wasted a bomb. I gotta unequip the bomb.
All right, so Pat's unequipping the bomb. All right, he's gonna jump over this pit. He's gonna get shot.
I didn't get shot.
He dodged it. All right, and Patrick's at the nightmare door. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the nightmare key.
And I only have one magic powder left,
Ruh-roh.
which is an issue.
For this dungeon in particular?
I don't like running out of stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if I need it,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah.
I would consider that an issue.
So maybe what might be good is just to go back to the start, right? Nope. Oh, wait, don't you have to do that thing where you
I walked past a door that I didn't unlock.
That's right. What is your plan right now?
I'm just kind of maneuvering and mascoovering. Don't mind me. Just doing what I do for
So Patrick just had one whiz robe to kill, but he just kind of kept failing at it for some reason.
Yep, didn't feel like killing it. It's my buddy.
All right, so Patrick's back in this, gravity well room, trying to get the blobs, trying not to fall in. He fell in twice, just like last time. So,
I think I fell in 3 times last
all
time.
right, so now he's back in the tile room where there was a key block. He's headed north. He's gonna grab some bow wows. He's gonna pick up this elephant statue, throw it at a door, and see where that gets him.
Avoiding the bubbles all the while.
All right, so now we're in a room that has what looks to be 2 horse heads just laying on the ground that Patrick can pick up and throw. And it and him. Like I said, he was wrong.
Did it wrong.
I think it's totally random.
You throw it so that they go up 2 and over 1 or whatever. Like a horse does in chess. So that they land on their heads when you throw them. But not only is it wrong, it like goes up 3 and over 1 instead of up 2 and over 1. I don't know how to play chess.
All right, so we got some baby thwomps.
They're very adorable. They're lining the top of this side scroller room.
So Patrick's gonna dash.
They're very cute. They get mad.
They get all grumpy and stuff.
I should get those tattooed as a stamp. Is that okay to say on the podcast?
I don't think so. You gotta edit that portion.
Okay.
Blooper for patrons. All right, so Pat has some Hoppy Boys that he's like, I'm gonna use bombs, which are notoriously don't move, versus using my bow and arrow, which work perfectly.
Oh, right. I forgot that I had my bow. Ben made me wait so long to get it. He refused to go fishing and get all that cash.
So the 2 doors
that
open.
we clearly got from
So
fishing.
now we have some Dodongo worms. Pat got a little too greedy, shoving that in its mouth. You need to give it a sec to breathe. Remember how you just learned about how you're supposed to eat your food 100 times? I don't
supposed
care.
to eat my food 100 times.
Yeah, remember you were just telling me you're supposed to like chew your food 100 times?
I was not telling you that.
That wasn't you?
No, dude.
Well, who have I been hanging out with?
I don't know. You were just hanging out with a bunch of people.
Oh, that's true. Shout out to Robbie.
What up, Robbie?
All right. I'm really just trying to fill dead space because I just don't know where to go in this. And Patrick's
you're doing great.
kind of running the chops.
I'm winging it. So I beat the dongos, and now what I'm gonna do is
You're gonna go across this.
Yeah. So I'm going. Remember earlier we hit a dead end and we opened up a chest and got a key. Well, above that on a platform was a treasure chest surrounded by pots. So what I'm gonna do here is pop open this treasure chest.
Doesn't open for Patrick.
I'm gonna throw a pot at it. That's what you had to do the whole time, was throw the pot at it.
And that there's an owl statue right there, and if you put the beak in, it'll tell you to do that. So
to open a treasure chest, use the pots around.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, this is the level where people are just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Please put something in here. All right, so Pat just has to go back to the boss room.
Is that it?
That's it.
Sick.
So you're just kind of making your way. Oh, you're like right next to the boss room right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just like go up and go around. You're now further from the boss room.
Whoops.
Remember the boss room's on the right-hand side of this dungeon?
Huh.
Doesn't matter. Pat warped back to the beginning.
I was tempted to rewind it because you can rewind, but I was like, I'm already warping. I can just rewind it, but I say I'm not a purist, but I definitely.
So Patrick's back in the tile room. They got him 5 times, so he's gonna do much better this time. Right now, he's been hit 0 times.
I'm just.
Oh, you're in the right pattern of swinging.
Yeah,
yep,
I'm like doing it fast enough.
Yep. All right.
Last time I was.
He got hit one time.
I don't know what was going on. Okay, where do I go now?
I'll just pull up the map for me. Pull up the map.
The map lies. Did we not get the map yet?
No, but we don't. I just needed to see. All right, we're back in the 4 Wizrobe room.
Ben has a hard time not being in control.
No, I just thought you asked for guidance. I was trying to guide you.
All right, so we're back in the Wizrobe room.
Pat's gonna head north.
And I'm gonna go north. Was my plan.
Okay. Yeah. So come back south now.
Oh right.
And just go back that
I
way.
do want to go. Just
and then go up.
Regular north.
Yep. Through the bombed out wall.
Through the bombed out wall.
Up one more time, and then pick up that statue.
And then pick up this statue. Go underneath the thing because at a certain point it just keeps like putting you back in the same exact place over and over again.
Yeah, if you would have kept going up right there, it would have just kept
looping me.
So you got to pick up that elephant statue.
Right. And then I go up here. No. I go down here.
You go down. And you have the eyeball room, your least favorite room.
My favorite room, going for a swim in the abyss.
Oh, Patrick made it without getting sucked in. Nice job.
I did it.
All right, he's back in the BMOS Wizrobe room.
Right, here we go. Okay, I'm oriented.
There you go. like I said, I'm oriented. Or my brother just got me exactly where I needed to be.
Excuse me, I am oriented is how I prefer to say it. Apples and oranges. Oh. You know,
That got no scope 360 by the BMOS.
the word for apple in Swedish is appelsin.
Okay.
Appelsin.
Okay.
And it cracks me up because it's just like appelsin och appelsin. Apples and oranges.
I love it. So Patrick's going through the nightmare door, and we are going to see who is on the other side of it.
All right, here we go. We're at the nightmare. Nothing's going on at all. So maybe I'll pick up a pot. That seems to be
Pat
what
picks
you
a
do.
pot.
There's a face in the
there's a
middle
face
of the
in the middle.
ground. All right, I don't like the face. I'm going to put a bomb on the face. Hey, dummy, need a hint. My weak point is, whoops, there I go talking too much again.
Oh, he did not like that. All right, so tiles start coming at us now.
Imagine
he
his
plants
weak
the
point
bomb.
is his face. Like,
All he has is a face. So, it's kind of one of those things
pretty
where it's like,
straightforward here.
yeah. So Pat just keeps kind of like dodging the
Dodging and
tiles
slicing.
and dropping bombs. Oh, the pots lift up now.
Oh, shit, I should have. Oops. I should have.
Oh, so now holes start appearing.
All right. That's it. All right, listen up. If the windfish wakes up, everything on this island will be gone forever. And I do mean everything. Big face. Big face didn't stand a chance.
Didn't stand a chance.
Didn't stand a chance. And
Here we go.
up. Oh, look, we get a triangle.
Ooh. Everybody loves a triangle.
Does everybody love a
You've got
triangle?
the coral triangle.
I feel like it is one of those things that everybody could play. I want to play triangle in your
level.
band.
Yeah, at some level.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like it's the everybody instrument. Sick. I played that dungeon faster than I ever did.
With no map.
With no map.
Mountain. Something calls from the mountains.
All right.
Well, there
cool.
you go. That's the
Sounds
face shrine.
good. We do.
Hoot! Hoot! The many monsters! The many monsters of this island fear that the windfish is about to awaken. The monster's power is real. They may conquer the island and destroy their foes. That day may come soon. Now, go to the mountain tower. Fly like a bird. Hoot hoot!
Like a bird.
Like, why can't he just give us a lift? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll show up and give us a lift up to the mountains on next week's episode of
Hyrule Podcasters. Is that terrible?
Hey, you're the producer.
All right. On next week's episode of
Hyrule
We both get us out. See you next time, everybody. Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of
Hyrule Podcasters.
Podcast of the Windfish.
An Odd Conduit Media production.
If you like what you're hearing and want to support us directly, you can head over to our Patreon page. We'd also love to see you in our Discord. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyrule Podcasters and on Twitter at Hyrule Podcaster.
As always, this episode was produced by Patrick, and we'd like to thank LT Headtrip for composing original music for the podcast, including our theme song.
If you want to play along, you can now find Link's Awakening DX via the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack. You can also play on the Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, and the 3DS via the Virtual Console. And while there are differences, the Link's Awakening HD remake for the Switch is a great way to play along too.
And be sure to rate and review us in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you happen to listen.
And action!
Oh my God, Pat, did you see that thing as it came to get you? It just came out of the
Yeah,
wall and it popped you and it just like blah! Like, what's it even
Blow.
thinking about doing? It's trying to like get up on your
I can't be this low. Look at the video feed. I'm an entire head lower than you.
Why don't we put the tripod up there and then it's pointed down at us, then the height difference isn't as enunciated. I mean, That's the worst view for
It's
height.
not the worst view. I guess it's not a great view for height.
Like from up here,
It's just as bad from up there.
it is.
It's just as bad from up there. I'll go up. Why don't we compromise?
Conduit Media.